What a great overall season. Liz Danvers and Evangeline Navarro have both found a way into the underground caves where Annie died. They dug a hole into the ice and get underground. There are many ice tunnels and Navarro goes her certain way, claiming she can hear her voice. They, however, arrive at a dead end and Navarro falls through the ice. Navarro tells Liz that she's sorry just before Liz falls as well. That's when they discover a laboratory and a man named Raymond Clark, that the businessman that they were searching for, and Annie's past boyfriend hiding in the night country, who they follow up a long ladder through a hatch. Raymond knocks out Navarro and kidnaps her. Liz goes after Navarro, but Evangeline wakes up and gets the upper hand on Raymond. They tie Raymond up to a chair and put the earplugs into his ears and tie them up so he can hear Annie's death on repeat. What a weird kind of torture. They interrogate Raymond and he tells them that it's his fault. They were digging for the DNA of a microorganism contained in the permafrost that could potentially save the world. The pollution from the mine helped soften the permafrost. He says that they were pushing the mine to produce more pollutants. The more waste in the water, the more waste in the ground, the better the permafrost was the work, he says. It could have changed the world, but at what cost? Raymond says he didn't kill Annie. He didn't kill Annie, but she was there hunting for a paper trail and she was going to destroy the work. And one of the scientists named Lund was the one who first stabbed her and then the rest followed. They stabbed her 32 times. Raymond says to them that he didn't have a part in her death, but of course that seems like a lie because he's the one that finishes her off. Evangeline says they cut out her tongue. Raymond says it wasn't them and that they sent a cop to move the body. Evangeline orders Raymond to tell her again that she loved Annie. "You're not going to stop me?" she asks Navarro. She doesn't end up killing him. They are stuck in the building because of the storm. They continue to talk to Clark, who escaped through the hatch because the ghost of Annie came back to kill them. He tells them that he doesn't know how long he remained under the hatch. Of course, at this point, it feels like Raymond is going insane. Pryor is dealing with the murder of his own father and cleans up his mess. Leah arrives to Liz's home so she can spend New Year's with her, but Pryor sends her back up to his place so that his wife won't be alone. Pryor seems like he's going to be screwed up for life. Evangeline lets Raymond commit suicide out on the ice. The power is cut from the base so that they need to turn back on the generator if they don't want to freeze to death. Liz sees a part of the wheel flying next to her and Evangeline hears a whispering voice in the dark. She sees the ghost of Raymond convulsing. "This place sure seems haunted." "She's awake," he says. Pryor goes to Rose and tells her, "Send me to where Julia is." She replies, "It's going to be one of those nights, isn't it?" What an underrated character Rose is. Together, they pick up his father's body and they bring him down to the ice where Julia died. Evangeline tells Liz that this isn't it and that there's a world beyond this. She talks about her son Holden, who was killed. Liz doesn't want to believe a single word Evangeline tells her. She won't have it. "You leave my kid out of it. I have no mercy left." These two women are so great this season. I feel like they really elevate this material. It almost looks like they are going to freeze to death as the night is getting colder. Navarro walks out into the cold, just like Julia did, and Danvers follows after her. She's sort of having visions during this moment as she wanders off and a hand touches her in another realm, possibly the afterlife. Liz falls down in the ice and Navarro saves her. Of course, now Liz is on the verge of death herself. Navarro tries to keep her awake and builds a fire. Liz asks what Holden said to her. She replies, he says that he sees you. They embrace together near the fire. Rose and Pryor put the body on the ice and she asks him to look away because she cut out the air out of his lungs so that he doesn't float. Rose tells Pryor that he needs to finish what he started and puts Hank's body in the water himself. Rose tells him that what comes after, forever, that's the worst fucking part. He'll have to live with this for the rest of his life. The two detectives survive the storm and Navarro and Liz have a nice moment together for New Year's. Liz then thinks about a line from Raymond holding the hatch and they go examine with a LUV light. They see a handprint on the hatch door of a woman that's missing two fingers. The question isn't who killed NK, but who knows who killed her. They go to interrogate the women that are in fact responsible for the murders of the Taslal man because they wanted revenge for Annie's murder. They decide to let the woman go and they actually go with the avalanche story part of the story because that's what the justice is, I guess. Now the detectives are making their own kind of justice and there is no moral anymore. It feels almost like they are being vigilantes in some sort of way. Liz heads to Navarro's home and sees that she is gone. Quavic also sees that she let him his toothbrush. Navarro starts walking along the ice, presumably to kill herself. Liz gets Navarro's phone and finds that Navarro had gotten Raymond's confession before he died. Liz seems like she's going to power on and live through with her daughter and get her happy ending despite everything that's happened. Pryor seems to be with his family and he seems to be okay. And the season ends with Liz Danvers taking a coffee on her porch with the spirit of Evangeline next to her. I really enjoyed this season overall. This episode I thought was a really good ending for this season. While I don't agree with all the choices that the director made during this season, I think that this episode and this season of True Detective was strong overall, especially because of the two women leads. I think they were really fantastic. They really elevated the material they were given, and just the atmosphere and the dark tone of this season. I thought that most of the season was wrapped up pretty nicely. I liked how we got the revelation of who killed Annie, why the scientist killed her. While we don't know really why she had her tongue cut out, I can probably assume maybe that Raymond was lying because he lied also about killing her. So I guess maybe he lied about them taking her tongue out as well. Maybe he didn't really want Danvers to think that they were so barbaric that they would actually do that. That's a possibility too. I actually really liked how they confronted the woman who killed the scientist for revenge. Although it's really difficult to have predicted this, like as a viewer, it's nice to pick up some clues and just try to figure out the mystery along the way. But when it's so out there, when it's kind of supernatural, like this season was, it's a bit hard to figure out what's going on. And I think that this season could have been a little bit tighter. It could have explained more things that were left a bit to the viewers' interpretation. But overall, I think that this is still a really great ending to the season 4. I would actually really have wanted another season of these two women if Evangeline Navarro had survived. So I was really into this series, into this mini season. Even though it was only 6 episodes, I thought it was really well done. Pros to Isa Lopez for directing this season and writing the screenplay. I think it's really well deserved. I really enjoyed watching it every Sunday. So let me know what you thought about True Detective Night Country in the comments below. What you thought about the performances, about the ending, and let me know what you think about the series overall. See you next time. Please subscribe. Bye.